Hello, oh gosh. What an intro. Hello, everyone. I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War campaign. Week 14, or campaign 14, week 2, day 6. Numbers and words, everything. But yeah, week 2, day 6. So today, gosh, we were streaming for like 12 hours earlier, so my voice is like completely out of it too. And I just like chugged down like a couple slices of pizza in like 10 minutes. Was good though, really good pizza. But anyways, where were we? So Drums of War things. We have a pet active right now. Let me go do that. This isn't a event pet. This is a pet we happen to have here. Oh, one we can go replace the team for too. But anyways, yeah, we're basically just wrapping up all the event stuff for the week. Is pretty much the game plan. And spend the rest of the time doing merchants. That is the plan for today. That's not the team I want. I want the Empress one. A little bit slower on the earlier ones, but much quicker overall. So we will still go for it and clear out the pet battles. Oh, I did the wrong team. Fail. I did that one to my copy paste and then forgot to put it on the copy paste. Unfortunate. Does happen. Though who knows, maybe we'll stick with this team for the super early end. As you know what, we might as well. And then just switch out the other one when it gets good at like the last few. Compared to this team. So yeah, might as well. The team's already in there. This is ever so slightly quicker than the other one, due to Phoenicia so adequately getting its mana. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope you guys been having a wonderful weekend. Hello Umberto, hello Yankee, hello Tyrion. Also, Mother's Day tomorrow. Don't forget if you're in America. Hello Bill, hello Ricardo, hello Logic Slayer, hello Genki, hello Cookie, hello Anthony. I'll be celebrating it tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. Because even though it's more so a celebration for her, you know, I still get to experience it too. It's just going to be my money, but, you know, we're still going to be having a lot of fun tomorrow, so... Should be a good time. Go out to a couple places. Normally I just end up giving her gift cards, though, as far as gifts. Because we never know what to get each other, so it's like, I'll just do that. Like, normally I just give her Amazon gift cards, because she's always buying stuff off of Amazon. I also know her password, so I could literally just put the money directly in there. Which makes it even more convenient. Like, sometimes I don't even give the gift card. I just say, hey, I put like X amount in your Amazon account already. Let's see. I'll go destroy the whole thing. Oh, why'd I do that? We could have went for Thrall there. Alright, so hello Isabel, hello Bill, hello Cookie, hello Ricardo, hello Ron, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh wait, why'd I do that? We already had damage to win. Oh, now we still have damage to win, there we go. Good enough. Let's make sure to actually buff for the final fight, otherwise we will not one-shot. It's a lot of damage, but not that much damage. So make sure to do the buff, get your extra turn, and we're good to go. Also, hello Imperial, welcome, welcome. And there we go, we get our pet. How many copies? Come on, a lot? 1, boo. Gosh, only 1 when we need 10, or 9 now, but plus there's still all the other ones. Also, they're having maintenance issues? Has this been going on all day? I wouldn't know because we were doing Breath of the Wild 2 the whole time, or gosh, I keep going Age of Calamity 2. But Tears of the Kingdom, I mean. Servers are experiencing degraded performance. That's unfortunate. But, yeah, seems to be a thing. Oh, gosh, my screen. My screen thing is still broken. I keep having to, like, adjust the thing there. There we go. It's always in, like, a slight slant, too, so I almost have to, like, always tilt my head. Unless I put, like, some kind of brick or something underneath that section. Well, not literally a brick, but you know what I mean. My adventure board is complete trash today. Did I get anything good for daily offers? No. Because if we're gonna go for deeds, we're gonna get them off of, the merchants we're about to go hunting for. Oh, is it time to play Guess That Door? Oh, it is! Hey, we haven't gotten to Guess That Door for a while, or at least feels like a while. Let me go get the poll going. Start a poll. Door of Guess. Door of Guess. For... Oh, no, I should do it in order. I was gonna do it in a weird order. I feel like that throws people's votes off if I do it in a weird order. Like 5, 4, 6 or something. Let's see. There we go. The door of guests. 4, 5, or 6. Alright, while we're waiting for that, what should we go do real quick? Let me go check where progress even are on the 2 events. So, oh, one of them I don't even need to do. Nice. Oh, that's funny. We were just playing Fall Guys the other day. I didn't even realize the event for this week is you get the Fall Guy. Quite literally the Fall Guy. Of course, that's the expression, the Fall Guy. But, you know, it's also a IP of the Fall Guys. But that's kind of funny. Anyways, what's the other one? Have we finished it yet? I don't think we have. Wait, have we? Gosh, good job, Guild. Apparently the last day they did literally everything already. Well, I guess we don't need to finish those. Guild got it done for it. I was not expecting this one to be done. Did someone go for lead? Oh no, that's not even leaderboard. Okay, interesting. Just doing basic points gets it done. Interesting. Yeah, no one went really crazy because this is the average right here. Everyone at 8,750. I believe that's minimum, or you know, tier 3. I mean, which pretty much everyone bought up to for the weapon, of course. But yeah, so these are on like a tier higher then, and these are either people who haven't done their battles or bought lower amount of tiers. A couple people still haven't done theirs today, and we don't really need to because it's already done. Perfect. Anyways, let's go see where the poll's at. Looks like 6 is winning, but let's see where the other ones are real quick. What are we at? Yeah, 6 is really winning today. I guess we'll click on 6. That is quite the lead. Oh, we did it! Oh, let's make sure not to misclick at any point. Also, should push Zolgoff. We did it! It was indeed a 6. The overwhelming poll for 6 is indeed correct. Let me go get you guys the code. There we go. We'll hand out 2 today. One for the good old dungeon and one a little bit later. But there you guys go. Extra code has been on. There you guys go. There's a weird Q at the end. What even is that? For a second I thought that was all letters because we almost never get all letters. But no, there's a 3 in there. It just looks like a letter because it's next to a 6. Representing an E. But we almost got pure letters. I don't think that ever happens. Only one number in the whole thing. And we'll have another redeem code in a little bit. I said hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. All right, let's make sure we don't misclick this now so we can actually get our perfect dungeon completed. And that's the only Dragonite we really have coming in as well. Because we're not really buying it at all anymore. Obviously, you still get it from like the Dragonite gnomes and such. But most of it's pretty much coming in through perfects or vault events. You do get quite a bit there in vault events. Just gotta make sure not to misclick. You can click on the other ones afterwards. Oh, I just realized we got true perfect. Not only did we get the 3 dungeons, but we also got the secret room, or what do you call that? The treasure room. Not even treasure. What do you call that? The blessing room? There's a special name, which I always forget. I think it's called like the blessed room. Yeah, it's called the blessed room. Yeah, we got all 3 and the blessed room. Unfortunately, the blessed room was not a resource, but it was a buff. Apparently, reflection. Hello there, Aftershock. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Chad. Welcome as well. Alright, what can we get here? Take a skull. Take a skull. Get the last little bit off of Zolgoff, and that should be matched. Unless he just dies to Death Mark, could you imagine? I feel like since we've had the Death Mark gems available this season, I have not gotten a single Death Mark from it. Or, you know, Death Mark kill, I mean. But there we go, 120 Dragonite. Don't even need to click on the other 2. Already found the treasure room. Also, I always click here thinking I want to go get Dragonite. I've never accidentally bought the Dragonite since we didn't need it anymore. Also, thank you whoever claimed it for us. But gosh, I click on that screen every single time out of habit still. We did all that. What's the flash offer this weekend? Oh, not good. Not good at all. I like how they realize how bad a value Pet Gnome Bait is. So they're like, maybe you should up it to 3. But does make it a little bit more valuable. Because honestly, being able to get a pet actor for your entire guild instantly, that's not bad. I just feel like they always overcharge for that. Like, if they were like $1 each with a few other loot, it'd be like, okay, that's kind of worth it. But normally they overbloat it with other stuff you don't really need. That makes the price a lot more. Anyways, So, we did that, we did that, we did that. Apparently, we've done all the things. Time to go do merchant already. Because I wasn't expecting to have to do some of these events, particularly raids, but apparently the guild's been on that, so yeah, we don't even need to touch those. Perfect. So yeah, let's go do some merchant hunting, I guess. Could do Cinder Mirage quick kill, could do Explore 12. Well, you know what? I might do some Dust Devil quick kill for a little bit. I might do a mix of both. And the reason I say that is, I don't know. It's going to be a while before we have to do the next Vault event. Though we are... Oh, wait. You know what? I actually will go do Explore 12. You know why? Because for the next 2 weeks, we're actually going to have to do Explore 1 for... what's it called? For the Kingdom Pass. Next week starts the Kingdom Pass for Ardana. While I'm most interested in it to know if Ironhawk is being buffed, nerfed, or whatever is going to happen with it. Because that's pretty vital to the future of farming in Gems of War. But not only that, but that's also starting a Adana Kingdom event. And they have changed how Kingdom events happen as of the 6.9 update. Nice. But since the 6.9 updates, it is now only 2 weeks long rather than 5 weeks. And it gets done quicker compared to before. How much quicker, we don't really know. Because they said they adjusted the numbers, but haven't really said to what degree. So, you know, we'll find out as we do the event. But should overall make the event a lot easier. No longer does it last forever, and even when you're doing it, it takes less time per day. But we'll get to finally see those 6.9 changes as of next week. As well as whatever else they actually do to Adana itself. Which, oh, hey, we already got a Mimic! Look at that! Yeah, there's also double crowns, so it gets done quicker. That was what I was mentioning when I said it gets done quicker. Because not only did they make them more frequent, but they also made it drop 2 crowns each time instead of 1. And that's mostly because of the shorter duration. Because, of course, now it's only lasting for 2 instead of 5 weeks, so, you know, they had to make up for that distance somewheres. And that was the way they did so. It's gonna be kind of weird that it drops 2 every single time. I mean, you can never have an even number. I mean, you can never have an odd number of them, in theory. Oh, double Anu! Nice! Not double Nisha, but, you know, that's still good. It's honestly probably the best drop we're gonna get all night, realistically. So, not bad. But it's not an Nisha. Why did I do that? We already had a win condition skull. I always do that. Go for the mana accumulation when there's literally just a win right there. I might as well do Dust Devil while you can. True! Hold up. Maybe we should go do Dust Devil team. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good argument. We should go do Dust Devil today, and maybe even tomorrow. Because if Ironhawk does get nerfed, hopefully it won't. Likely it won't, but you never know. But if it was to, obviously that hurts Ironhawk. Like, Ironhawk will never be used for the rest of the history of this game. I mean, not Ironhawk, I mean Dust Devil. If Ironhawk gets nerfed. So yeah, maybe we should do the Dust Devil team. It might be the last 2 days you can. We won't know till Monday. I'm gonna miss that team if it goes away, because honestly, if they nerf it now, it's like never coming back. Because it used to exist way back in the day, then they nerfed it for 5 years, then they brought it back for 2 years, which is where we're up to now. And, yeah, if they nerf it again, it's probably never coming back. Ever. Which would be sad. I don't feel like they will, though. Well, we won't know till tomorrow. Honestly, I hope they buff Ironhawk, as weird as that may sound. Because Ironhawk's actually really weak. They actually nerfed it before it came out, too. It used to do 100 damage, as in 20 Doom Skulls, but now it only does 12, as in 60 damage. So it does 40 whole less damage than what it was initially anticipated to, and technically explodes slightly less to the board compared to before. Even though it's probably full board clearing regardless in either situation. But now it has a slightly less chance of doing so compared to before. But yeah, they actually nerfed it before it came out. And I wish I would have kept that pre-nerf numbers. Because then you could actually use it for its ability. Whereas currently it's literally only used for its final trait. But if they brought it back to pre-nerf levels, you know, you could actually cast Ironhawk instead of just having it there for its final trait. What I hope they don't do is revert the ability back to normal, but then use that to justify, like, nerfing its trait. Because then that would still make Ironhawk useless. Like, it would make its cast more viable, but its overall viability would shoot straight down. Because obviously the final trait is the main thing. I feel like the most likely thing that's going to happen with the Adana rework is all those like lesser mechs and like mid-tier mechs that no one ever runs in the history of ever. I feel like they're going to tweak them in some way that will give them like armor boost ratio or something. Like I feel like Adana, almost everything in Adana is going to leave next week with armor boost ratio in some way, shape, or form. I think they're just going to make Adana the location of armor boost ratio. Even though, of course, Rowain and Guard's Avatar and stuff like that exist in other locations. I think they're just going to make almost everything in Adana have it. Because that'd be the easiest way to just make everything there viable. Because there's another kingdom kind of already like that. Wild Plains boost ratios from all stats when they do their ability. Well, not magic, but you know, the ability itself is still technically boost ratioing for magic. Even though it doesn't directly say it's also boost ratioing extra for magic, its base damage still is. So they made that place, Wild Plains, boostable based on all stats. And I wouldn't be surprised if they... Hey, there's a first merchant. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up doing that to Adana, where essentially it becomes a armor boost ratio related kingdom. And just tweak all of them to have like a little bit more armor gain and, you know, kind of just tweak everything in that direction. Would definitely help Tesla a lot, that's for sure. I think they'll also make the human mech synergy a little bit better. Because currently there's no point in using the humans with the mechs or the mechs with the humans. The only reason they ever might be is because they're just strong troops, like, for example, Tesla being combined with Tina 9000. They're not combined because they work well together. They're combined because they're both absurdly good true damage options. They just happen to be from the same kingdom. Hey, our first angel tonight as well. Ooh, I thought this was the buy offer, and I was like, probably not worth it. But for free, 5 event keys instead of 5 diamonds, I'll take that. Maybe the Drifting Sands rework would buff Dust Devil. That would be kind of funny. One thing that Dust Devil used to have way back in the day when there wasn't different types of multipliers was he used to have a 1-to-1 boost ratio based on his magic. He currently does not use his magic at all. So theoretically, they could easily buff Dust Devil by giving him like a 1/4 his value as magic damage. That could potentially be something they could do for him. That or make him like 1 cast only. Like, make it so he boost ratios off like 1/3 his magic, but make it so you can only cast once per battle. Because that mechanic exists there, the Drifting Sands. It's the whole like main area that added it. So they could make him a 1-time cast only, and make his magic boost ratio just very small. Like half his magic, 1/3 his magic, something like that. And that would make Dust Devil absurdly viable while, you know, kind of keeping the theme and everything. But I don't think they would do that. If they're going out of the way to nerf Ironhawk, they're not going to buff Dust Devil like that and basically bring back the team but without needing Ironhawk. Because the main incentive in not nerfing Ironhawk is how expensive it is to get Ironhawk. Because you need 2 to 3 Ironhawk to make the team. One of the only few mythics where it's pretty much pointless to have 1, but you need 2 or 3 to make it function. And for that reason, I personally feel like they will never nerf Ironhawk. But it's always scary when there's a time where they could. Which is this Monday. Technically this Sunday, we'll know, actually. When we do Sunday night stream. Actually, tomorrow, this time. Like, this time tomorrow, we will already know the fate of Dust Devil. It will already be predetermined by then. Also, speaking of which, let me go run some Dust Devil. As, yeah, this might be the last night we ever can. Released for a long while. But if they're going out of way to nerf it, I highly doubt we will ever make a comeback. Well, we'll find out. Will we know it by then? Yes. Because they always post it on the weekly thingy thing. And the weekly thingy thing goes up like 1 hour before we normally start to stream. So by the time we start to stream, it should be up, and even if they're running late. There's only patch notes that normally come a little bit later. But as far as their weekly posts, it normally comes up at 7 PM Eastern Standard Time, at about an hour before we normally start every night. But when they do patch notes, sometimes it's like 9 o'clock or 8:30 or something like that. So those tend to be a little bit later. But their actual weekly scheduled posts over the event and everything normally come out on 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night. So by the time the stream starts, that should be up, the post on that. Unless they forget to post it, in which case, yeah, then we won't know. But assuming they remembered to post the thing, should be up right before the stream starts. Actually, you guys might know it before me, because I probably won't look at it until exactly the stream starts to get the on-stream reaction. Although it'll be up for about an hour prior to then. What would a banana gem do? I don't know. If I think of a banana gem, I think of what it would do in like Worms Armageddon or something, or in the Worms games, where you would throw down a banana bomb and it would just explode everywhere into mini or banana bombs. So basically, it would count as a yellow gem, and then you take it and it creates even more yellow gems, which would kind of be like how the potion gems works, except it creates more of itself until the entire board is just banana. It would have to be a really small amount, though. But then eventually you would just get infinite yellow mana, so they'd have to do something to balance that. Not sure exactly what. Maybe make it so it counts as yellow mana, but you have to like destroy, and every time you destroy it, like more come onto the board. And if you do remove, it would remove them from the board, but if you destroy them or explode them, it would multiply them. As a new player, lots of people are telling you different mythics to craft first. I would always say the first mythic to craft, in current state of game, that's double Ironhawk. I'll let you know in 2 days if that's still the case. But other than that, I would say Zolgoth. Not Zolgoth. Well, Zolgoth is nice. But I would say Iron Gut's pretty high priority. A lot of people say Iron Gut isn't good super early on because he has low attack value and he needs high attack value to function. However, he is one of the most accessible things you can get that allows you to just completely win Underworld. And as soon as you get your first Devour, you're going to have a 100% Devour rate anyways. So getting him early only makes your first Devour harder. But once you get your first Devour, you just auto-kill everything. As long as you don't have immune to Devour. But a lot of people put off doing Underworld, or at least high-level Underworld, until later on. So there might not be as big of an incentive to do Iron Gut. It really just depends what you plan on doing. Because if you plan on rushing Underworld, then you might want Iron Gut pretty early. But if you plan on putting it off for later or just staying at the lower level ranges, then yeah, you wouldn't need Iron Gut anytime soon. Like, you don't need it till way later. But yeah, the only point of Iron Gut is to be able to assess Underworld quickly. And it really depends what you're planning on doing with your account on when you would get it. Because if you want to rush Underworld, you would get it immediately. If you don't care as much about it, you'd probably get it within your first 10, but not immediately. But the absolute highest value thing you could do is double Iron Gut. The problem is, or sorry, not double Iron Gut, I mean double Iron Hawk. Not to be confused with Iron Gut. But double Iron Hawk, 2 of them, is the highest value thing a newer player can possibly get right now. There's 2 issues with that, though. One is that's basically double the cost of, you know, normal Mythic, because you need to get 2 of them. But the other issue with that is we don't know until 2 days from now, well, technically 1 day from now, if it's getting nerfed or not. But after that, I will let you know. We'll also have the Mythic tier list video episode after that, too. Been holding off a little just so we know the definitive fate of good old Ironhawk. Basically, if it has the word iron in its name, it's worth crafting as one of your first 10 Mythics. It's pretty much how it is currently. But yeah, I'm still really curious what will happen with that patch on Monday. Because that basically decides the fate of farming in Gems of War. Is he such a vital option for it? I don't know, this might be worrying. It might just be a pure buff. Because if they're buffing all the other mechs in that location, then even if they don't touch Ironhawk at all, like no buff, no nerf, they might still get buffed in the sense that other things got buffed. Which means you can finally make like a 4x mech team. Because while it's currently not used for such, Ironhawk's actually pretty good at connecting a 4x mech team. Because you could do Hero, Tina 9000, Ironhawk, and like one other one that isn't horrible. And kind of do it that way. Especially now that we're going to be getting the star pet for it next week. And it's a really easy one to get too because we have access to insta-kill, which is nice. But, yeah, we're going to have access to all of that. So it's going to be getting even more of a buff when you use 4 mechs together. Not just because it's 4 mechs, but realistically it would also be 4 Adana if you're doing 4 mechs, because almost all mechs are from Adana. For the most part. That'll be interesting to see. Oh wait, what did Tyrion end up mentioning? What mythic to craft in what order? Sounds like something that should be a mythic tier list video. Well, even the mythic tier list video is not going to be going over upgrading order. It'll be going over viability order. In tiers. Also, hello, Sushi Ninja. Which is not necessarily the same as mythic upgrade order. That would have to be a separate video of, like, best, like, 10 first mythics upgrade. Because mythics that are viable are different than mythics that are, worth meddling. Like, Ironhawk currently is, like, the most viable thing in the entire game. But there's no point in fully meddling. Actually, I haven't even fully meddled mine yet. Because there's no value in doing so. Or very little value, at least. Because just because it's like one of the best things doesn't make it worth meddling. Oh wait, what did I miss off of Bill? Did you hear about the peanut patch? Skin patch shows promise in toddlers with peanut allergies. You hope that they can upscale it for adults. Oh, what? A patch that makes it so you don't have peanut allergies? Ooh, that sounds kind of fun. Yeah, peanut allergies are annoying. Yeah, that'd be very useful. I've not heard anything about it in peanut allergy news. Yeah, I'm allergic to nuts. And while it hasn't been fatal yet, is annoying to always have to worry about. Plus, I have to buy EpiPens every single year, and that's like at least 100, if not multiple hundred. Because they've been pretty price gouged over the years. I've joked about it many times, but there's been times where it's legitimately cheaper. I've never actually done it. But there have been many times where it would actually be legitimately cheaper to fly to Canada from anywhere where you are in the United States, buy the EpiPen there, fly back to the United States, and you would have saved money. They were that price gouge in the United States, generally. They haven't been as bad recently, but they're still pretty high up there. And assumably whoever has the patent for that, if it actually does work, would likely not be the people who own EpiPens. So EpiPens would have to bring their prices down then. But I think EpiPens are used for a couple other things other than peanut allergy, though. I think they're used for also like shellfish allergy or something else, I don't remember. I just know them as the peanut allergy thing. Because that's what I use it for. But it might have a few other uses that I'm not aware of that probably exist. Oh gosh, why did I scratch my eye? That was the one I was eating pizza with and I didn't fully clean my hands. Well, I did, but you know, like there was still like some small amount of powder on it. And now I just got garlic powder in my eye. Like I washed my hands, but I washed them like very quickly. And then probably still took another bite from the thing. But yeah, I just got garlic powder in my eye from the pizza thing. Whoops. It doesn't sting, it's just annoying. There we go. Luckily the eye water's on its own. There we go. Where were we? Anyways. Try and poke out my eye. Well, not poke, whatever you'd call that. Let's see, I'll take that one over. But yeah, this might be the last night we get to use Dust Devil. Because sometimes when they do balance changes, they actually apply them immediately. That doesn't always happen. But sometimes the balance patches actually occur Sunday night rather than Monday reset time. I'm not sure why. So yeah, this might be the true last night we could use Dust Devil if they do nerf it. Or, you know, nerf Ironhawk, not nerf Dust Devil. Obviously they're not touching Dust Devil. I do think it would be funny if they nerfed Dust Devil instead of Ironhawk, though. Could you imagine? Instead of doing like 5 damage to all enemies, it's going to do like just the other part. Knock the first enemy to last position and nothing else. Could you imagine? Like, it'd still be viable even then. You would just use, you know, 3 empowers. Or no, you'd use 2 empowers with 2 Ironhawks. And that would be 20 damage instead of 25. But, you know, it'd still be usable. Even with a nerf like that. Like, that would be a nerf but wouldn't be, like, too bad. The biggest issue with that is you wouldn't be able to use it for Paloozas anymore, but you would be able to use it for verse farming. Which would still be quite a heavy nerf, though. Because obviously using them for Paloozas is one of the bigger values you get from it as well. But it would make it exclusively only a verse farming option if they did that. As your max damage that you could get for double cast would be 20 instead of 25. That one being a vampire is bad. How'd they even come to be? Like vampires being allergic to garlic? Like vampires in general are like a weird thing to begin with. But how did it even originate that they're allergic to garlic? Seems like such an odd thing to be allergic to. You don't think a garlic allergy is like a normal thing. It's a rather natural ingredient that most people would pretty much never be allergic to directly. There's a few things in it that you could possibly be allergic to, unless like one of the proteins in it or something. Yeah, it costs 4,000 diamonds per mythic. Yeah, it's pretty high. You get quite a few over time, though. You get them daily from dungeons. You can buy extra from dungeons every single day for pretty cheap, particularly on Sundays. You get some for free from your guild every single week if they're doing it high enough. Vault events, you can farm them like crazy. And, but yeah, there's a lot of alternative ways to get them. Most of them are slow over time, though. But personally, I don't feel like 4,000 is too bad. I believe on the average, it takes about 2 months for 4,000. Though it also depends how much you farm vault events. It could be less than that. It could pretty much be every vault event, pretty much, with the time in between. Because it does allow you to craft any mythic, which comes particularly handy later on in the game. It's very useful early on and later on in the game. In mid-game, it's actually surprisingly weird to use, because you're in an awkward situation where the value from it isn't really as high. But in early game, it allows you to craft the absolute best stuff in the game. And in late game, or, you know, end game more so, it allows you to craft whatever few things you're still missing. Like the last dozen or last 2 dozen. Directly without needing to RNG them at all. But in the mid-game, it gets into an awkward position where, like, you have all the good stuff, and you're just kind of trying to fill out the rest. Because one of the better ways to aim for in mid-game is, aim for mythics where you actually have most of the mythics. And the main reason for that, like, it's actually a lot of times better in the super long term to get your third mythic, your third and final mythic from a kingdom, rather than getting your first mythic of 3 from a kingdom. And the main reason for that is event keys. Because if you're missing 3 mythics from a kingdom, your chance of getting a new mythic is 100%. But, you know, if you already have 2 from a kingdom and you're just trying to get that third, you only have a 33% chance it actually lands. So it's a lot of times better to complete a kingdom fully in mythics, rather than to touch another kingdom with any mythics. Even though that you are missing out on a few kingdom upgrades, from super long-term completionist side, it is slightly better that way. But some people still just get the 1 just because, you know, get the bonus immediately, so that you have it. But it's better to allocate event keys for that and save the diamonds for full completions on the mythics for a kingdom. It would make more sense for them to be allergic to cinnamon, since it affects blood sugar. Oh yeah, that actually would make sense. That would be funny. Oh yeah, the light thing came from the Dracula movie. I don't even think I've ever seen the, like, original Dracula movie. When was that even made? Wouldn't that have been like 1980s, 1990s or something? Even earlier, I don't even know. Actually, wasn't he like the original in like black or white or something? Which is why most vampires are depicted with like a white body. Because I'm pretty sure the first ever instance of it was a black and white film. That's Nosferatu? Oh, that's something else. 1980s? Wait, was it even earlier than that? Wait, are we talking like early 1990s then? I don't know, when did film start? I don't even remember. When was the start of film? When did film start to exist? How old is Disney? That should say approximately how long. I'm pretty sure film existed still even before then, obviously. Can you tell you what you're doing? Why are you doing those low-level explorers? Because this might be the last day we can use Dust Level. We'll find out tomorrow night. But the main reason we're doing this is to try to find angels and daemons. I mean, not daemons. I mean angels and merchants. Unfortunately, this is not what we're trying to find. But we're trying to find an angel with good loot, or a merchant with good loot. And this is not that. I don't know, they're both horrible. Which one's less horrible? 10 useless maps or a chalice we're never going to touch? Honestly, I'm just taking the maps. Get that map stack bigger. What if they do a map update in the next year? What if we actually need those 10 maps? Maybe it converts to one mega map later, or an epic map, or whatever they're going to call them. Take none. Honestly, none is almost the better option there. Oh yeah, silent films too. True. I'm aware of their existence. To some degree. That is way before my time though. Actually, it's probably way before most of your guys' times too. Though closer to your guys' times. But still way before, still. Because that was like, what? Early 1900s? Like we're talking like 20s, 30s? And we're talking like a century ago, pretty much. That's like an infinite amount of time. That's longer than a lifespan. Oh yeah, the Gems of War community is definitely really friendly. It's one of the best things that's always been great about the Gems of War community. It's been one of the better communities out there. Oh yeah, a Ginky, me, and a few others from the community all have our own little Discord as well. I'm personally not particularly active on it though, but we do stream every single night. At this exact time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, pretty much an hour prior to now every night. And tomorrow, we'll be going over what on earth is the fate of Ironhawk. And by proxy, Dust Devil. As well as whatever other changes they're making to Adana tomorrow. And on Monday, we'll cover the recap video on everything. There's going to be a lot to cover on the Monday video this week. We got to go over every Adana rework. Some of them will be probably pretty big too. And everything else we have going on throughout the week, as well as the 6.9 changes that apply to the new Kingdom event. Because even though we've had Kingdom events before, they have changed a couple things about them. And the first time we'll get to see that is tomorrow. Even though they changed it technically a couple weeks ago, but this is the first Kingdom event since then. No one streams... oddly enough, Gems of War does not have any Twitch streamers anymore. We used to back in the day. The community manager for Gems of War actually used to stream on Twitch. But yeah, these days, every single person who streams are all on YouTube, as far as Gems of War is concerned. There might still be a few people that do it here and there. I don't know, because I never watched anything on Twitch. But pretty much like 98 to 99% of the Gems of War community is like all on YouTube instead. Oh, it's mostly because most people just post guide videos and stuff. There's also generally not enough viewer base for specifically Gems of War on Twitch. Because generally speaking, the Gems of War community is slightly higher in age. And generally the population of Twitch is way younger compared to other locations. Like, my demographics still show under 18 as under 1% for my channel. Even with all, like, the Nintendo stuff we do, and other games that might be hit at, like, a slightly lower demographic, like Fall Guys or such, we still have, like, under a 1% under 18. And I think it's, like, under 5% under 25. Which is really weird for a gaming channel in general. Because the average gaming channel that has over 1 million subs, they're like 80% under 25 as far as the viewer base. If not more. Are you calling you old? No. I'm just calling the average number old. Well, you know, older compared to average. I'm starting to get old, too. We'll be turning 29 this year. That's old. Sure feels old. Feels older. Still can't believe I'm almost 30. Does not feel like such. For you, your 18 to 24 is 2.2%. Yeah, that sounds about right. I haven't checked my numbers in a while. It's kind of funny. When we started this channel, I think we were like 20 or 21, and everyone thought we were like 30. 29 is not old. I am aware. Also, thank you for the support, Jason. Greatly appreciated. I know 29 is not old. It feels like it, though. I'm starting to reach the age where you'll notice you're aging. Like, when you're like 25 or under, like, you know, you're just going by the years and it's like you don't really notice. But I'm reaching the numbers where, like, it's not old, but you're noticing the numbers going up. Gosh, why do I keep getting such bad angels tonight? I don't think we've gotten a single good angel all for all night. That one was less worse, at least, but still not good. We were testing streaming on Twitch. Nice. The problem with... basically, the biggest issue with streaming Gems of War on Twitch currently is, like, no one's looking for Gems of War on Twitch for the most part. Like, obviously, if a bunch of people started to, then people would be. But because no one is, it just does a self-perpetuating cycle. Where because no one is streaming on Twitch, no one is looking for the game on Twitch. And the problem is Gems of War doesn't have mass appeal enough for it to work on Twitch. Because Twitch works a lot better for that. For games that are already well known. Like, for example, we should honestly be just doing our gosh, what game were we just playing? Why can I not remember words? Tears of the Kingdom. Like, we should have been doing the Tears of the Kingdom stream on Twitch. Because people would actually be looking for that. Whereas on YouTube, they're not really looking for it. For the most part. Because Twitch is where people would go for that. But for the Gems of War community, like, everyone's just looking on YouTube for it. They're not going to, like, YouTube game... I mean, they're not going to, like, Facebook Gaming or Twitch or something to try to find it. They're all searching on YouTube. Or it's pretty much everyone watching Tears of the Kingdom probably on Twitch instead of YouTube, even though we're streaming on YouTube. Darkest Dungeon 2 is probably one of those other games, too. That we probably should be streaming on Twitch and not YouTube, realistically. Because it's one of those games that are searched there, not on YouTube. Yes, it is possible to multicast to Twitch, though you can't make money while on Twitch while multicasting to Twitch. Unless they've changed their policy, though I don't believe they have in recent times. Because at any point, I could be streaming to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, but I will make literally 0 cents from anything on Twitch if we were to do so, unless someone donates to us. Jason, that's kind of funny. Yeah, I haven't actually been looking up any content for Tears of the Kingdom yet. I'm pretty sure people have come up with the most elaborate, absurd things that I wouldn't even think of. Dude, I've been going in as blind as possible. Oddly enough, normally when it comes to streaming, you actually make less on Twitch. The main reason why people do it on Twitch is because the bigger audience there for, you know, watching live content. But the actual amount of money you make there is smaller. So the mostly only people that benefit from it are like super big streamers. Is it time for another code? Yeah, we can hand out another code. Also, we've been getting so many angels. We've been doing pretty good on them tonight. At least numerically wise. Loot-wise, they've been horrible. But as far as the actual number we've been getting, it actually hasn't been that bad. Let's keep going. Is our tribute ready yet? Hey, I knew it. The tribute senses were tingling. They were ready. Yeah, let's go hand out another code. Might as well. Oh, here goes go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure why Twitch hates YouTube. Maybe because YouTube hates Twitch. No. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I still don't understand to this day why so many people stream on Twitch. I guess just because it's kind of popular too. Or people who are just starting out have nowhere to go and everyone says to go to Twitch, so they just go to Twitch. It makes very little sense for most people to do it. Like, for some people it makes sense. But from a lot of people that go there, it, I don't know, it doesn't really make much sense to go there. Especially if you already have a YouTube channel. Like, it makes even less sense then to go there. Like, if you're making a YouTube channel for your Twitch, it makes sense to stay on Twitch. But if you primarily get built up on YouTube, there's really no point in, like, streaming to Twitch. Just stream to YouTube. But doing it the other way around kind of makes sense. Like, if you got started on Twitch and then started YouTube, then that makes sense. But generally, it doesn't make sense to do it the other way around, where you make a YouTube and then go to Twitch. It's normally the vice versa. Where you do it from Twitch and then go to YouTube. Let's see. But here you guys go. Oh, so I'm trying to get the code in. It's being very laggy all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. That computer has been so non-laggy. And now when I want to go do the second code, it's not wanting to go in. I literally have it on my copy-paste. It's just not going. There we go. Oh, almost there. Like, I'm clicking enter. It should appear any second now. There it goes. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, gosh, we're doing so good on Angel. We got like 6 angels. Oh, finally, a good drop. It took it long enough. 6 angels when we finally get one good drop for one of its 12 options. A good old Imperial. A really good one at that. Oh, one of the main benefits of Twitch is kind of how each stream kind of connects together. And that you can even, like, you know, like, do the whole raid thing and everything. Because you can't really do that properly on YouTube. Like, it's easier to connect communities, I feel like, on Twitch. compared to on YouTube. As well as connect games a little bit easier. In the sense that people generally, well, maybe not always. Like, yes, they look up certain people. But I feel like on Twitch, you more so look up specific games rather than specific content creators for the most part. I could be wrong, but I barely ever use Twitch. I feel like it's more popular there that you would search specifically like that compared to YouTube. So hello, George. Welcome, welcome. You have an upcoming double milestone. 50 years old and 2 years since you got your headset. Oh, you got your headset. Oh, kind of headset. Oh, so 50 is still pretty young. Searching Gems of War is how you found me. Yeah, I haven't been optimizing that search engine recently, though. I used to back in the day. Nowadays, I just, like, plop it up and just hope the algorithm catches it. I think they have put less weight in what tags you use over time because they have data on people just barely using it as well. But I kind of stopped using tags. Like, if I ever cover a different thing that isn't Gems of War, I'll tag it to death. Well, the average Gems of War video and or stream has, like, almost no tags at all. Just kind of hope the algorithm gets in there. If we ever cover something on a different game, obviously we have to tag it to the maximum limit that you can. So that it pops up in the little search whenever someone searches for some kind of term. Oh, your headset for commentary. Oh, nice. That's what you meant by that. Yeah, I'm still using this mic since the start of the channel. This mic is... how old would this mic be? I do plan on upgrading at some point. Because I feel like our audio quality is not the greatest at times. It's also not particularly good at, like, getting noise from around. It's also somewhat based on its setting, though. But, I do plan on upgrading at some point. It's something I've been meaning to for a while. I just am not that good with knowing what to get. Because I'm not particularly good when it comes to knowing any sound or audio design. So my biggest issue is just having no clue what to get, more so than anything. Because this mic is actually... How old would this be? As of next month, this mic would be 7? Yeah, 7 years old. It's almost as old as the channel, pretty much. We haven't been using this since the start of the channel, but it was pretty close to the start of the channel. But yeah, this mic as of next month would be 7 years old. So it's getting up there. I feel like a mic is something you'd probably want to replace almost every 5 years. Even though it's been 7 now. I say that as I have a decade-old computer next to us that's still chugging along. But if I'm upgrading this, I'm upgrading to, like, the maximum possible thing I can without going, like, too overboard. Like, obviously under 1,000, but, you know, I would maybe go up to, like, 500. I just have to look around and see. Deeds of Ice? Yeah, I need that for, what's his name, Kingdom? Sword's Edge 30 star. Because I think this one was 130. And with the purples, I think it was like 150 or so, counting everything. That's not counting the stand. Actually, Isabel donated the stand at one point, which is great. It's giving a lot of stuff to the channel. And one of them is the mic stand we're actually using for our mic right now. which honestly was the best quality of life, and I could never see myself not using a mic stand ever again. How I even went so long without using one is kind of insane, compared to how much quality of life it is having one. Because I think I went like 3-4 years with no mic stand for my mic. And it's like revolutionary the second you finally get one. I think this will be the last cycle we go through for now. See if we can get one more merchant or angel in there. Honestly, we did pretty good on angels tonight, at least numerically. Loot wasn't too bad. We got Imperial and a few other knickknacks. Merchant's been pretty average. Like, we haven't got any of his super good offer, which is 20,000 for 200, gosh, what are they called? Writs. Oh, no! I accidentally took a move already. I was spam clicking it, and I was expecting the animations to go longer. They actually got it, he had, like, no animations going. I think what I was expecting was the explode. For whatever reason. Because Cinder Mirage actually has explode at start of turn. But if you do it on Explore 1, they don't. We'll go for one more cycle. Actually, you know what we'll do our one cycle on? Let's go do it on Sword's Edge on Explore 12. Not with that team. That would take forever. There we go. What are the items that are worth buying from the merchant apart from writs? Generally, any of the keys that are available for gold specifically. And I would say the trait stones if you need them. Like, the Anus are worth it if you still need your first Anu. The Nishas are worth it if you still need your first 3 Nishas. As in Nisha medals, not tokens. Because that's technically 27 total tokens you would need. They're pretty pricey, though. Like, 3 Nishas is 500 gems. And adds up pretty quickly. Earlier on in the game, I wouldn't worry about most of his gem offers. And the only gold offers you're really looking for from a newer player is his writs and his keys. Specifically via gold. But the only other 2 pickups you might want to get are Anu, so you get your first Anu if you don't already have it, for 20% mana start. It doesn't stack with other mana starts, but it's great when you don't have any. And the other one being Nishas, because Nishas are super annoying to get, and they are pretty expensive from him. 500 for 3, and you would need 27 of them total. But it's such a long grind that even though it's a lot of gems, you're actually saving a lot of time from going for it. I would say that's most of his good offers. You'll probably see me going for a few others, like deeds and stuff. But you don't really need to worry about those till way later in the game. And the only reason they're even gone for is not necessarily because they're particularly good value, but because the rate that they come into the game is actually so absurdly slow. Also, Vault Key is not worth it. Also, speaking of keys, that is one key that is not worth it. You should never ever get a Vault Key or Epic Vault Key with gems. Every offer in the game where you can get a Vault Key or Epic Vault Key with gems is too much. Just wait for a Vault event. Yeah, does anyone have any other questions? Anything else you want me to go over? Otherwise, we might be calling it here once we clear this out. Until tomorrow night, tomorrow night, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, we will learn the fate of Ironhawk, as well as farming, as well as pretty much everything here in Gems of War. It'll be a very definitive night, where we'll know within, like, the first several seconds what the fate of everything is. It's probably going to be fine. I highly doubt they're going to nerf it. But it might happen. It might happen. Let's see. I'll take that over. Oh, wait, let me just go for a skull. Go for a destroy. But yeah, tomorrow we learn the fate of farming in Gems of War forever. Does Ironhawk finally get nerfed, or will it stay the most powerful farming troop in the entire game for the rest of time? Because that's pretty much what tomorrow will decide. Because if they're not nerfing it tomorrow, they're never nerfing it. Like, I truly believe they will never nerf Ironhawk ever if it is not nerfed tomorrow. So we'll find out tomorrow night. Alright, there we go. Anything in the chest? Hey, okay, we're still going. We got a Mimic. But this is our second Mimic this stream, oddly enough. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a Horde Mimic. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Wouldn't that be funny if we just randomly pull, what's his name? The Horde Mimic as a troop? It's possible. Well, if we get another battle win, it does. Alright, come on. 5 times chess. Let's see that 5 Nisha. Oh, no. Oh, no! Well, I was right. When I said earlier when the double Anu from that previous Mimic would be the best thing we get all night. Or at least from that chest anyways. Or, you know, from the Explorer. That was correct. Obviously, we got all the Merchant Angel loot. But counting specifically the token drops, yeah, that double Anu was our best drop tonight. Makes sense, though. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, as always. Greatly appreciated. Hope you all have a wonderful one for the rest of your weekend. No midday stream tomorrow. I'll be celebrating Mother's Day. Hope you all have a wonderful Mother's Day tomorrow if you celebrate here in America. Or wherever else that might be Mother's Day. I have no clue. I know in America it is, but anywhere else that it might be. Aside from that, yeah, we'll still have our normal Gems of War stream. That won't change. We're just doing it same time tomorrow night. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're just not doing anything throughout the day. Or, you know, at least, you know, on the channel. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy your weekend. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.